Sup, subscribers, gonna help me review, and today we're going to be reviewing Underground Magic by Magic Makers. Basically, a nice company. I've owned a couple of DVDs by them. Sort of a famous brand. He's a layman basically, and his part in the review is he looks at the tricks and he tells me if he knows how it's done or not. And because I've already seen them performed, I'll say yes or no, and if it's good or not. So the first trick was Underground Vanish, where he takes a deck of playing cards, so flattens it out, only 2 cards there, and the cards reappear in the box. What do you think about that one?
Was kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
You could guess how it was done.
Yep.
And there are a lot of ways of how it could be done. I guessed a couple and I was wrong, but after he showed it, I was like, it seemed obvious.
Seemed a bit obvious. Now, I would recommend this is probably the Paul Harris tricks. Some of the tricks on this DVDs are published from other magicians, and because you can't really publish a trick unless you said so,
yeah.
They can basically take the tricks from other magicians and put it on the DVD. Speaking of the teaching methods, let's start with the teaching methods here. It's all done with music. There's no words whatsoever.
Yeah, it'd been better if he told you how it was done instead of just showing you in case you missed something.
Yeah, in case you missed something, it'd be nice if he just spoke about it. Some false cuts with the deck of playing cards, how to keep them in order. You obviously don't know what that means, so we're just going to keep that a secret.
There's a lot of cuts in there.
There's a lot of cuts in there. We're not talking about like a cut scene, we're talking about like cuts that you could probably learn off of YouTube, which is just pissing me off. Now what really... For free.
I want to add.
For free. Oh, from my channel. What really pissed me off was the price for this DVD. Now, I got it for £7.50. It was supposedly on sale, and I just bought this first thing, and it was like, I was like, well, pretty cheap. Then you look on the website. I'll put like the picture of it. Then you look at the website, and it's, how much was it again? Yeah, for this one it was £7.50, right?
Yeah, so the top one, which is a hard case, is $18.99.
$18.99. Now, what really got me was that it doesn't matter about the casing. Doesn't matter about the casing, your verdict, your layman.
Nah, it really doesn't.
It really doesn't matter about the casing. It matters about the quality of the tricks that you're getting. Then again, most marketed DVDs are about the casing. When the distributors want to sell it to you, they want money in terms of casing, right?
Yeah, like with like box sets of TV series, you get like tins and stuff.
Yeah.
That's from like a newspaper.
You get this from newspapers from everywhere, really. And this is half the price from the thing. So if I were to pay for the full price with the hard case, I would say it was not worth it whatsoever. This is a beginner's magic DVD. I'm not a beginner. He's a layman. He hasn't... You can hold on to this.
Oh, thank you.
He's a layman. He's never, like, been taught magic. I just shown him the tricks. He's a good friend of mine. You've seen me perform and whatnot. He's the one filming me all my tricks that usually.
That's all the shaky camera work.
Yeah, it comes up with it a lot, doesn't it? Talk about the music in terms of the teaching. The music was very ominous, would you say?
Yeah, it got to the point where it was like, maybe it was like a 5-minute song, and per trick they just showed like a different section of it, and then it started looping. It got a bit annoying after a while.
It did get a bit annoying after a while, and it was like something you have from, was it, you said, you made a reference about a video game?
Video game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like there's this trick where he like draws his hand on a piece of paper and puts like a cigarette on it, so like singe it, and then he turns around and there's a mark on there. The camera work for when he saw his hand, it like shook a bit, so I thought it was going to play that sound from Metal Gear Solid when a guard sees you. Yeah. So you're like, ding, like that. But nah, they didn't. It was a shame.
No, it was a shame, really. Would you say £7.50 was worth it?
No.
Okay, let's talk about how many tricks.
Oh, maybe for the hard case would be worth £7.50.
Oh,
yeah. That's just because I'm a cheap bastard.
Yeah, cheap. There's supposedly 24 tricks. Now, some of these are tricks and some of these are utility moves. Utility moves like the cuts, there's a coin vanish.
Yeah.
The coin vanish, I'm going to tell you about that. That was produced by Michael Amar. You can look him up on his on the website or something. And they just stole the copyright. Like, it's copyrighted or anything, but they just took it without his permission whatsoever. He's a nice guy about it. So, how do you feel about copyright? Where they just, like, say you produce a trick and they want to produce a magic DVDs for beginners and they put tricks on this. How would you feel about that?
Depends how well it goes down. If I was a magician and one of my tricks was on there and everybody hated it, then I'd be, mad. But if everyone liked it, I wouldn't care.
Trick that I liked the most was the underground vanish, where I already told you he has a different playing cards vanishes it, and then we produces in the card box. What was your favorite trick? Can you name any?
Read that one actually.
That one. That was, mind you, that's the first trick on the DVD. After that, everything sort of just fell apart.
I think
from there.
The last trick was very disappointing because I've seen you do that loads of
times. The last trick is the penetrating rubber band, crazy man's handcuffs, basically. It's been performed on TV, by David Copperfield on his live Chinese performance. You know that?
I didn't see it, but I'm sure it was amazing.
It was amazing. Oh, it's Copperfield. Copperfield's amazing.
Well, I have heard the name. I can't swear.
David Copperfield. Never mind.
I'm over Darren.
Anyways, the first trick was amazing. It kind of let down. It kind of riz up and down for us. The spoon bending was crap.
I've done that kind of thing in school.
He's not a magician and he does that.
Yeah, I just did it as a joke. Just sat down in the lunch hall and just did it, and everyone was like, "Oh, I know how to do that."
Yeah, everyone was like, "I know how to do that." It's like the magic fork break where he took the fork, rubbed it, and it broke.
That was pretty much the same.
Pretty much obvious. Yeah, even if that's not the method, people are going to be like, "That's the method," and you're going to be like, "No," and it's just going to... Pen levitation, where he took the pen and he sort of levitated with his fingertips. You hated that? Or
yeah, if it's done the way I think it's done, anyone could really do that.
That wasn't done the way he thought it's done. I've tried a couple pen levitations myself, and so many people have tried to imitate it, and it works for some of them as well.
I've done it. The most I've been able to do that for has been about 5 seconds. And that was when I put a lot of pressure on the pen.
Actually, another trick you might like is Revolution Bill, where he takes a dollar bill, you can take any currency, and he changes it into another currency, like a higher currency. That's pretty nice in terms of magical ways.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's always fooled me. I never guessed that one.
Now, that trick involved a gimmick.
Oh, did it?
A gimmick is based...
I thought you said none of them involved a gimmick.
None of them apart from one. Now, the one gimmick you might already have... Magicians out there, I'm putting up my thumb, you might know what it is, but you might already have that from like a beginner's magic set or something. Obvious, really. Everybody should have it. It's a really nice utility gimmick when used properly. So, our rating is going to be out of 10. 1 being really good, 10 being really bad, 5 being okay and bad at the same time. If you saw these tricks performed live to you, and like all of these tricks...
If I paid for a live show and they started doing those tricks, I would be very disappointed.
Well, I would imagine a live show, but...
Well, even if they just came up to me in the street and did stuff like that, I'd be like, you're okay, but you're very basic. So, give a 5.
Okay, 5 from a layman. Okay. To me, this was quite... I already know all of these because I'm a skilled magician, but if you're a beginner, like if you're starting out in magic, buy this first, don't buy anything else. There's so many wide range of variety. I'm going to give it a 7. 7 out of 10. That's pretty generous of me, but I think it deserved a bit higher than 5. So yeah.
I suppose it counts on who you are. If you're just starting, then yeah, it's fine. But if you're just a casual magician looking for something to watch.
Yeah, I was a casual magician. The only reason I bought this is because it was on sale. It said £20 and it was £7.50. I'm like, oh, it must be
good. Was that originally £20?
It was originally £20. So something like that, right? How much was it?
Oh no, the hard case was originally $19.99.
Yeah.
So the price difference between that and that originally was only £1.
Yeah. That's not
stupid.
That's stupid. I bought this because it was a quarter of the price, thinking it's nice. Don't buy this. Only buy it if you're a beginner. Overall, it was semi-decent. So that's a review. Other reviews on Fridays with this guy, hopefully, and usually not, maybe, I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. We have school. We have lives. We don't just sit here and make YouTube videos.
Yeah, much I'd like to.
Okay, this is Fraser 298.
Well, and Sammy from TV.
Signing up. Peace.